this? Oh, Farm Kitty in action. Got things a bit backwards this year. First the snow falls, and then the leaves. I can see my house from here. Now that I'm back home, I'm gonna have some lunch and then I'm gonna get back to the crazy weather-induced scurry that is happening this week. Okay, so this is one of my favorite ways to make brunch. I start with sauteing the peppers and the onions, get them a little caramelized, and then I'm gonna add in some Brussels sprouts. Okay, so now that I got my veggies all nice and caramelized, I can add in an egg, or sometimes I cheat. And this is kind of an interesting cheat that I came up with. I'll show you. These are called breakfast bowls. I found them in the store, and it's basically sausage, bacon, eggs, and cheese. And if I'm looking to cheat a little, and I'm having one of those days where I'm doing all those things without the time to cook them, this is my cheat. Here's a really great brunch with about half the amount of work. So awesome. Wow. That's a lot of leaves to fall in one morning. I think my package is here. All right, so we just got a delivery. Okay. Ooh. This is my new shawl. Ooh. Let's get her the sunshine so we can see what color. Oh, nice. Okay, I'm gonna crack it out. I'm getting ready to have some coffee. And I'm waiting for the hiccups to go away. I'm sitting here with Mr. Adventure, who's still working today, and I noticed that the fire has suddenly started back up. He pointed out that there's smoke coming from the fire, so I thought I'd pop out and see what's going on with that. Spontaneous combustion in the burn pile. I happened to notice when I looked out here to record the fire that it is now snowing.
I didn't start the fire.
All the snow from yesterday melted, so I guess it decided to snow some more. I think the snow started the fire. There's a fair bit of wind coming along with it. Look at it flying. Just waiting for the smoke to clear. Maybe you should turn on the fan in there. Oh sure, now the smoke alarm goes off.
There's smoke in the basement.
You think?
The alarm is loud.
Is it ironic that you were heading out to check out the fire outside?
Smoke alarm silenced in the basement.
Yeah, I think it definitely caught fire. It caught fire. It sure was fixing to. Oh my word. It's just the day of spontaneous fires, apparently. It's probably fair to say that this isn't the sort of day that you would choose to have all of the windows open in the house. It's snowing and it's cold, but we have a lot more fresh air inside at least. That's something. We've decided to relent. So I'm gonna get this cleared out and we're gonna start a real fire. This is our first load of firewood for the season. First of many. Okay, so fire building is a fairly recent skill that I've learned over the past several years here. And I did not always have this ability. This is one of the skills that I really wanted to challenge myself to learn, because this is kind of an important survival skill even, and it's good if you know how to build a fire. It's also good to know how to stop a fire if you know how to build one. You know the components that are favorable for fires. You also know how to prevent them and how to squash them if they arise. So general fire knowledge is, I would think, pretty helpful and crucial even. And so one of the things that I've learned is that there are many components to building a fire, things like tinder and kindling and you know, just the various aspects of building a fire, and I've become more familiar. Oh, I think it's catching. I'm going to turn down my light here so you can see it in action. And then a little air is important too. Oh, see those pine twigs? That I found. There we go. Now we're talking. Oh, this is my favorite part. There we go. It's a nice warm fire. And of course we've stacked in the firewood so that it has optimal burning. And we have a lot of kindling down in there that will hopefully catch. Got the vent open fully right now, and I've got a really good blaze going. Once these logs are thoroughly in fuego, then I'll add some more on the pile, and I'll turn it down a little. I'm gonna put some thicker logs on now that we got a good blaze going. Ooh, that's warming up the place real quick. All right. My friend and neighbor next door said, hey, I'm gonna pop over and pick up that book that Amy Fuel signed for me from the conference. So I'm expecting a visitor shortly. It's pretty exciting. In style. Yes. Okay, this is what I like to do for fun, so.
Car wash day is the best day of the week.
Oh, here we come. Oh, look. Are these the scrubby bubbles? Ooh, I get gum during this car wash. This is exciting. Best car wash ever. Minty fresh.
It's the standard flavor of Trident.
Wait. I remember when I was a kid, it was like a whole big deal when you went through the car wash.
It's still good. We just don't because we're older.
Yeah. I remember one time I was like, this is gonna be so fun going through the car wash, and then my poor daughter was so traumatized. She was like, this is horrifying and I can't escape.
I'm so scared.
I'm like, oh, sorry. There was no way to stop it, so I'm just like, just close your eyes.
Maybe if you rolled the window down, here, take my receipt.
Oh my goodness.
He used to be
Oh.
totally traumatized by the blood pressure rinse thing. That used to get him. He would freak out.
Woo! I know, right? I still think it's fun.
So we do car washes in Idaho.
Iowa. Yes.
Just got it.
Somebody was mentioning that I was. Somebody was talking about Ohio. Somebody thought I was from Ohio last week. I was like, no. It's the other state with all the vowels. Oh, is this the spot? Oh, there's.
They got the little game plan printed up there.
Yeah. The itinerary.
Which is good.
Oh,
That
look at
was
that.
the spot-free rinse.
Oh, this.
That was
Gee, anticlimactic.
a lot to my desire there.
Does it have the blow dryer?
No, I went cheap.
Ah.
That's well, 'cause
Now we're gonna drip dry.
we're gonna take the highway home.
Oh yeah, so that is the blow dryer. Really, Mama? What you doing? Oh, you aren't even paying attention to what is happening with your children in the background. Look at them, ruffians. Oop. Oop. Oh. What? Oh. Epic battle. How do you take your coffee? Well, what happened was I made coffee and I was making hot cocoa because I was making you guys hot cocoa and I was making me coffee. And so I put
whipped cream.
I meant to put whipped cream on your hot cocoa and then instead I accidentally put it on my coffee. And I thought, my, that's festive.
And it's really funny.
It is funny and tasty. No bubbles in your hot cocoa. Right now. If you're going to do bubbles in hot cocoa, it needs to be in a deeper cup. So there's room for the bubbles.
So first you need to drink a little. I can be like, bloop, 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 bloop. Now?
Okay, sir. The rules are you can blow bubbles at home under the supervision of your parents. Okay?
Okay.
All right, and when you're low enough in the cup. All right.
Hi, I'm Farmer Boy. Now watch and learn.
You got some impressive bubbles going on there.
Bye.
These are my new chainsaw gloves. Uskvarna. Not entirely sure that's how you pronounce it, but I heard some Swedish folks explaining how to do things like cutting down trees and stuff. And that's kind of how they said it. Although I really should listen to it again so I can reproduce it properly. But these are chainsaw gloves. See, they have a pad on the top there, so that if I accidentally and hit myself in the hand on the top of the hand with the chainsaw, it won't cut through my hand. Pretty cool.
I approve. I know. Yes, I know. Okay, yes, you're here. Our cat farm. Okay. Anyway. The mysterious case of the persistent fire. Okay, so I mean, you can even tell from the top that this fire has been ultra doused down. We burned it last Saturday, which is a week ago today, and after we burned it, we doused it with water, 5 minutes solid. I stirred it up, and since then we have had snow and rain and very, very cold, freezing temperatures, and every once in a while it starts to smolder. A lot of the materials that are here in the fire pit are bedding materials, so it's very nitrogen rich, and there's a lot of charcoal here from the charred wood from before, and every once in a while it starts to smolder. And it's not just ash blowing off like we had originally thought, but it's actually warm. Even though a couple of days ago it was covered in snow and it was plenty cold on top. So, very curious. And you can even tell by the way it acts, it's been wet. And yet there's heat coming from it. It's quite warm. I mean, you could touch it. I wouldn't recommend it with your nice gloves on.
I know. I'm just putting it up there. I felt
You could touch it. But there is heat coming from this burn pile ash. So I wonder if it's a chemical reaction between the manure of the bedding and the ash. But it wasn't until after the moisture was added, after it snowed, and the moisture was added. So I wonder if that's what caused the reaction that made it start smoking.
That's Dad and Grandpa and the kitty cat.
Backward and forward and back.
Much better. Now I'm going to let it go nice and slow. How's that sound?
Get in the picture and grab going down the ramp.
Oh, let's just go fast.
I vote no!
Die! Uh-oh, Peanut.
Oh, watch it.
Hi, everybody. We're going to start making expressions, I think.
How about tired? How about excited? How about nervous? What other expressions can we do?
How about, yeah, happy. Scary.
Oh no, not you're scared. Like I'm scary. Or I should do my mom face.
Laugh.
What do you mean you haven't cleared off the table?
Laugh. Let's laugh. T-Rex, no, T-Rex. What is that?
I don't know, a buck-toothed T-Rex.
Roar.
That's a snow leopard.
Hey!
That's definitely a snow leopard sound. How about
Angry.
I don't know, I'm not okay, what does my angry face look like? Okay, you guys make the face that I make when I'm angry. How about that?
Okay.
I gotta flare my nostrils out. Does that look about right?
How about flaring nostrils?
I'm dying.
That's the funness.
Okay, so what kind of ingredients do you need for this cake that
I'm
you're
pretty
talking?
sure one of them were cocoa powder. Another one was granulated sugar, apparently. I don't know.
Granulated sugar?
I don't know how to pronounce it. But anyway,
Okay.
there's another one, 3 squares chocolate melted. What does
Oh,
it mean by
like
squares?
Baker's chocolate?
It meant squares. What does it mean like squares?
That's probably Baker's chocolate.
Yeah,
So granulated sugar.
granulated.
Okay, granulated sugar then.
And what was another one? I'm trying to. 3 large eggs. We need 3 large eggs. I remember that one. I'm pretty sure. For the frosting, it was like 8 ounces. What was it again?
Cream cheese?
No, what was it? Look up ice butter chocolate cake, and it might show you all the ingredients.
So I could find a recipe and we could use that one? Does
Yeah.
it have to be the recipe that you have?
Yeah. On the internet, yeah.
Okay.
Because we found this recipe on the internet, me and my friend.
And he stepped like right in my way, and then he set me on fire, and then he stepped on me. So I'm just like, oh well, not surviving that.
Tried to Garfield itself on the window, or what happened?
It jumped and then fell. It tried to jump through the window almost. It was hilarious, but you'd never catch it.
You miss it.
The moment is gone.
It jumped like it was trying to climb the window, but of course it's glass, so it just went whoop.
Like, so, how are we gonna move? Oh.
More did it.
The lights are flickering and everything, all the power went out, and Daddy didn't
Good
save.
thing I saved.
Daddy didn't save his game.
I did not say.
Oh, why are the lights flickering? And what is that sound?
It's a breaker.
Oh. Oh.
Power is weird.
Yeah. Breaker is. Oh. It's okay. I'm right here. Well, he went out and he shut it off out there, you know, because usually the first course of action if something doesn't work is to shut it off and turn it back on. But the breaker in the kitchen is still making the little alarm sounds. This is very peculiar. It's so quiet. Why would the power go out in such a weird way? Okay. Hey, guys, round up some more candles. Of course, there's flashlights in here, but
I have that little star lamp in my room. It works.
yeah.
So we can hang out in there.
That's if we can make it to your room without dying.
Without tripping on things. See, this is why it's so important to have the floor. Oh. Oh, it's still making the sound.
Come on.
It's still making the sound. Oh, phooey. What is going on here? It's still making the sound. If we're shutting off all the lights, should we shut off the utility pole also?
I mean, I guess I could go shut it off.
Are we trying to conserve energy if there's an energy drain? Shutting off the lights. Shutting off the lights. The lights are having weird power. It's like these bulbs are dimmer and the one that's brighter is flickering. So we're gonna go ahead and shut those off. My phone battery was going low, so I've got it hooked up to this nifty wireless charger. Ideally, my phone would be charged up and ready for such an incident. There are a few ways that we can charge our phones. It's good to have backup plans. Seems like a good idea to start a fire. We don't know how long it's gonna take. It's a bit more excitement than we had planned for this evening. Oh. The power pole's out.
The light's out on the pole?
Yeah.
They must be working on it. Good sign?
Yeah, this is hopefully encouraging. Oh,
That's what it should look like.
that's better. Okay, I'm gonna go check the lights that were flickering. I think it's looking good so far. Now there we go. That's better. No beeping from the kitchen. Ah, nice. Good deal. No shortage of unexpected adventures here. It's very interesting. Really, guys?
Why does everyone keep asking me what I'm gonna do next year? It's not like I have 20/20 vision.
What, cat?
You can't video all the interesting stuff.
Well, yeah, but but this is more interesting than a usual Sunday night. Would you concur? Yes. Maybe they smell the... I know. They smell the roast. Is that the thing? You smell the roast in the kitchen. Here, do it again.
These are my new chainsaw gloves. Take two.